Hello everyone! I will tell you how to use Game Studio. Game Studio is a JS-DOS bundle editor. Bundles are used to run DOS games in the browser via JS-DOS API. The DOS.Zone website is a repository of JS-DOS bundles. Any game on this website is a separate JS-DOS bundle that you can edit via Game Studio using the pencil icon. Now I will show you how to add mobile controls and how to set up the game using Game Studio. Game should work in the browser. Let's open Game Studio. Done. The studio has several options to create JS-DOS bundles. Firstly, you can upload zip archive or JS-DOS archive. JS-DOS archive is also a zip file, but with settings for DOSBox. Secondly, you can open bundle using your token. If you previously launched the studio, edited the game, and saved the bundle to the cloud, then using your token, you can restore this JS-DOS bundle and continue editing. This is a very useful feature if you are editing game on the computer and then you want to check it on a mobile device, so that you don't download archives and don't copy them to your device. You just need to remember your token. Then enter it on mobile device to download corresponding bundle, to check it on the device, edit and upload back to the cloud. Loading may take for a long time because bundles can be large. Every time they load again to avoid caching. Today I will show you how to set up Doom 2 game to work on mobile device. For this, we will use Game Studio tools. On mobile device, we need to install application DOS.Zone browser. We can use the usual browser on mobile device, but it's less performant than an application. DOS.Zone browser has hardware acceleration of emulation and therefore games will work in it significantly faster. For example, the Doom 2 is rather heavy and will be slow if you run it from a browser on mobile device, but if you launch it from the application, it will work great. Let's get started. It is assumed that you have an archive of the game. In our case, this is a Doom 2 archive. We go to the settings DOSBox screen. Here we can change different configurations. For Doom 2 we need to set auto lock mode because it is a first-person shooter and we need to track mouse movement outside window because we want to turn and look around. Without auto lock mode, when cursor goes out of bounds of window or screen, the game will stop receiving events and mouse control will become inactive. In auto lock mode, the browser will capture your mouse cursor, will not let it leave the bounds of the window, that is, you can endlessly turn looking left or right. The next thing to specify is the default startup script. It's usually chosen on second step. Typically, DOS games do not auto-detect hardware settings, so you need to set up them manually. For example, a sound card, controller, etc. So we won't run Doom exe but leave an empty script and create bundle. So we start with DOS command line. Press the Create Archive button. You have to wait here. You have to wait until zip archive compression is finished and game is started. Since we didn't not specify start file, we have DOS console. Run setup.exe and select sound card. Then choose controls. Select control via keyboard and mouse. Now we need to define the buttons for keyboard. Turns left, right. Strafe, left, right, fire, open, and acceleration. Now we save and exit. Yes, now we save and exit. Now we need to change the start script. To do this, upload JSDOS archive to the cloud. To make it available by token, and we could use it on other devices. In this case, the button back can't be used, because it will bring you back to original state without the changes that we made in setup.exe. So you need to use upload the cloud button and then reload the page. Now in startup script, we should set file to DOM.exe and click again Create Archive. Let's check if our controls and sounds settings apply to the game. Oh, we entered the wrong startup file. It should be DOM2.exe instead of DOM.exe. Let's fix this. This is enough to play Doom 2 on PC. Mouse and all buttons work correctly. As I promised, let's add mobile controls to play on mobile. Let's start with movements. Any mobile control which we add to the JSDOS bundle is located on the so-called layer. You can create 1, 2 or as many layers as you want. You can switch between layers during the game. Adding the first layer. You see grid for placing virtual controls has appeared. It contains many empty cells and one filled with the options control. It's created automatically. This control is not used on the DOS.Zone website, so I will delete it. You see a grid structure. It allows you to place items as shown on the screen. You can also switch to rectangular grid. Let's put in the bottom left corner new virtual controls. To move, Here we will place a button for moving forwards, backward, strafe left and strafe right. Here will be strafe left and forward. Thus we have created a combination. Here will be forward and strafe right. Backward and strafe left, backward and strafe right. As you can see, these virtual buttons as you can see, these virtual buttons work. Buttons work, but of course using them as now is hard. We need to add new joystick, new control joystick. Is in JSDOS there is special control, so-called joystick activator. The activator is placed in controls group center and activate their dependence on where it directed. Change the element to type to activator. See how it works. We added movement controls. Looking around works automatically because any swipe on screen is interpreted as moving the mouse cursor. So swipe left, right and up, down leads to the hero looks around. Next, you need to add a button to open doors. In settings, we specified space for this. Now let's set up controls to select weapons. We need to add 7 controls on the screen. But if we place them here, then they will overlap the big part of the game. It is inconvenient, so let's create a second layer. It will be responsible for switching weapons. Let's leave the grid structure. Let's add 7 buttons. We will fill this layer with buttons, but we need to add a button for switching layers. For this, there is special control. Should have started here, not from this cell. Let's move the created buttons. Control for switching layers is called switch. Here we must select layer to switch to. Same for the first layer, we have added a button which activates the second layer. Let's try to switch layers. Now I entered the code to activate all weapons. We need a button that will fire in bursts. When you are playing on mobile device and click on the screen, you have a single shot. But sometimes you need to hold the shoot button to make it continuous. Let's add another button which will be responsible for the shot. It will be right control. Let's call button F. Great. We made a DOS bundle for Doom 2 to play on mobile device. Upload it to the cloud and check it out on a mobile device. Let's wait until it uploaded. Done. Let's go to the mobile device, check how controls works. As I said, for the maximum performance, application DOS.Zone browser should be used. I have it installed, just open it. DOS.Zone browser is a regular browser, Android WebView, which contains the code for speed-up DOS simulation. Therefore, here the site is absolutely the same as on the PC. Go into the Game Studio and enter our token. Done. Click on Load. We don't need to fix anything. Just click on Load and then click on Run Original File. Go into full screen mode and increase the size of the controls. Probably too much increased. Start the game, choose difficult. Perfect. Movement works, shooting too. Not too much enemies. Works as we intended. So we don't need to change anything. Our mobile controls works well enough on mobile devices. Perhaps we would like to post Doom 2 to the DOS.Zone website as main version of the game, so that people can come in and play. You can do it as follows. First, you need to download the file JSDOS or remember the token. Just keep it in mind that the token will be overwritten because the token is designed for storing only one bundle. Therefore, if you will use token for publishing game on DOS.Zone, don't overwrite it. Copy the token either with this button create.js DOS archive and save it to hard disk. Open the site talks.zone and create new topic. Please write the name of the game and the message that you created and new version of Doom 2. You can say that it works on mobile devices and ask for it to be published. Specify a token or better use the upload button. After you have created this message, it will appear in unread and I will try publish it as soon as possible. If for some reasons I didn't see the message, then you can go to subject of your message and press the complain button. Write in another reason that you would like to publish the game. I will get this message sooner and I will be sure to publish it if it has a good quality. You can use archives created in Game Studio as you want. You can publish them on your website and so on. The bundles are not licensed by Game Studio. This is direct link to download. Let's take one moment. We have the game Doom and Doom 2, then controls are the same. Creating controls every time is easy, but not efficient. There's a special button, DOS.Zone. It opens a window where you can download the full configuration of the file of the whole layer structure. You can edit it and copy and paste to another bundle. This is how Game Studio works. I hope this video was clear and useful to you. Thank you very much.